And in June, we obliterated Iran's nuclear capacity in Operation Midnight Hammer. You saw that. People have been waiting for 22 years to do that, and we were right at the end. They were about a month away from having a nuclear weapon. We had to do it. And by the way, there's another beautiful armada floating beautifully toward Iran right now. So we'll see. I hope they make a deal. I hope they make a deal. They should have made a deal the first time they'd have a country.
A stark warning from the White House. U.S. President Donald Trump says a massive armada is now heading toward Iran, moving fast, powerful, and prepared for action. In a blistering post, Trump says the fleet, led by the aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln, is larger than the one once sent toward Venezuela and is ready to strike with what he calls speed and violence if necessary. His message to Tehran is blunt: come to the table, make a deal, no nuclear weapons. Trump warns time is running out and invokes what he calls Operation Midnight Hammer, claiming Iran has already paid a heavy price for refusing talks and warning the next attack would be far worse. But Tehran is pushing back. Iran's foreign minister says Iran has not requested negotiations with Washington and has had no recent contact with the U.S. Special Envoy. He says talks cannot happen under threat.
هیچ تماسی بین بنده و آقای ویتکاف در چند روز اخیر نبوده و هیچ درخواستی هم برای مذاکره از سوی ما ارائه نشده. واسطه‌های مختلف البته تماس میگیرن، کشورهای مختلف تلاش میکنن که با حسن نیت که نقشی رو ایفا بکنن که ما با اونها در تماس هستیم البته، ولی کن هنوز هیچ تصمیمی گرفته نشده. درخواستی هم از سمت ما وجود داره. اگر میخواهند که مذاکره شکل بگیره، حتما باید تهدید، زیاده خواهی، طرح موضوعات غیر منطقی رو کنار بگذارن. مذاکره مرام خودشو داره، باید از موضع برابر باشه، بر اساس احترام متقابل باشه، برای منافع متقابل باشه. اگر کسی بخواد یک طرفه با استفاده از زور به مقاصد خودش برسه، قطعا اسمش دیپلمات. ما تماس‌های ما با اونها مستمر، مرتب ادامه داره. سفراشون در اینجا در تماس مستقیم با وزارت امور خارجه هستن. من با وزرا در تماسم. دیشب با وزیر خارجه قطر صحبت کردم و این نگرش به نظر من در کل منطقه وجود داره که یک تهدید نظامی باعث بی‌ثباتی در کل منطقه خواهد شد، به خصوص با توجه به ویژگی‌هایی که حضور آمریکا در منطقه داره. این فهم مشترک به نظرم در منطقه وجود داره. منطقه کاملا بر علیه تهدید نظامی هست و همه معتقد هستند که بی‌ثباتی منجر به چالش‌های عمده برای منطقه خواهد شد و لذا کشور منطقه با این موضوع مخالف.
Across the region, concern is growing. Turkey is urging Washington to dial down the pressure and resolve disputes with Iran one issue at a time, starting with the nuclear file. Ankara warns that sweeping demands could humiliate Iranian officials and push the region closer to another war. Turkey's foreign minister says Iran is open to nuclear talks, but opposes any foreign military intervention, calling renewed conflict destabilizing for the entire Middle East. He said, and I quote,
Turkey opposes any foreign intervention or attack on Iran. It would be wrong to start the war again. My advice always to the American friends, close the files one by one with Iranians. Start with nuclear, close it, then the other, then the other. If you put them as a package, all of them, it will be very difficult for our Iranian friends to digest. It sometimes might seem humiliating for them. It will be very difficult to explain to not only themselves, but also to the leadership.
On the streets of Tehran, the rhetoric is visible. Anti-U.S. billboards loom over busy intersections. Newspapers carry headlines warning of war. One message reads, "If you sow the wind, you will reap the whirlwind." As warships move, diplomats scramble and tempers harden. The question now is not just whether talks will happen, but whether the march toward confrontation can still be stopped. Because with armadas on the move and warnings on both sides, the margin for miscalculation is shrinking fast.
A show of force is building in the Middle East skies. As tensions with Iran boil, Washington is unleashing air power, fast, loud, and impossible to ignore. U.S. military drills are now underway, stretching over multiple days, backed by aircraft carriers, fighter jets, and a warning straight from Donald Trump to Iran. The message is clear: America is signaling muscle, and the region is watching. The United States is escalating its military posture in the Middle East. Air Forces Central has announced multi-day readiness drills designed to deploy, disperse, and sustain combat air power across the region. While details remain classified, the message is unmistakable. Washington is preparing for rapid response. At the heart of this display is a massive naval deployment. The USS Abraham Lincoln, a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier carrying nearly 5,000 sailors and dozens of fighter jets, has entered the region. It is accompanied by guided missile destroyers capable of defending against air, sea, and missile threats. Alongside the Carrier Strike Group, the U.S. has moved F-15E Strike Eagle fighter jets into the Middle East, the same aircraft used in earlier strikes on Iran. Britain has also deployed Typhoon jets in what it calls a defensive posture, adding another layer to the Western military footprint. President Donald Trump has framed the deployment in blunt terms. Calling it a big armada, he said it is larger than past U.S. naval operations and positioned just in case. Trump has warned Iran against mass executions or further crackdowns, even as he insists the door to talks remains open. The White House has sent mixed signals. Trump says Iran wants a deal and has reached out repeatedly. But the military posture tells a different story, one of pressure, leverage, and readiness. The drills are designed to prove that if diplomacy fails, force is immediately available.